Okay, I have the pleasure of introducing our first speaker, Paul Benedict. And Paul is a yoga expert, the new Raja Yoga, and he teaches different forms of yoga like Hatha, Tantra,
Good memory.
Vinyasa, Pranayama.
Very good memory. Wow.
Spiritual growth. And he actually co-wrote a book in 2011 called Practical Guide to Spiritual Growth. So let's hear from the yoga expert, Paul Benedict.
Super. That was impressive. You remembered a lot of those funny Sanskrit words. Thank you for that. She said a lot of different words you probably haven't heard. Hatha, Vinyasa, Pranayama, Tantra. What the heck does all that stuff mean? Someone knows what Tantra means. I am going to talk about some things that are maybe going to shake up your paradigm of what yoga is. And I hope that's the case because, of course, this kind of stuff, when you balance on one leg and you do a shape like with your body, sure, that could be yoga, but yoga is so much more than that. And I want to share it with you because to me, it's very exciting. It can change everything, really. And it did for me, and I've seen it change everything for countless other people. This word has become synonymous with the shapes. If you see a downward dog or a tree pose, and you think of going into a studio with, tight pants and going and doing some weird movements with a teacher, maybe bringing your hands to your chest in some weird thing and going Om, like Amanda was just making fun of. Is that yoga? Maybe. It could be if the mental aspect is there as well. Otherwise, it's just acrobatics. It's just exercise. But I'm a huge believer in the other part of it, which is even more powerful than the exercise part of it. The word yoga itself, it actually means union. The word yoga in Sanskrit, which is an ancient language from India that isn't even spoken anymore, it means union or to yoke. It's funny, I was going through my slides creating this for today, and last time I spoke, I had this slide here, but I spelled this Y-O-L-K, which is like egg yolk. But do you guys know what this kind of yoke means? It's the thing that goes over the oxen's head to keep them together. It binds them together. The word yoga means to join or bind. Okay, you might be curious, if you'd all care about this, what are we binding? Why is yoga joining or binding? Does anyone know? I wasn't planning on asking you, but the man. Can you say it one more time?
Mind and spirit?
I mean, yes. Yes. I would say it in a slightly different way, but yes. Did you guys know that? That the word yoga means joining your mind and your spirit? I am going to get a little metaphysical because yoga does imply that there's more to the world than just your muscles, just your bones, just your physical body. In other words, what are we joining together? The idea is to join the parts of us that are temporary. When you die, your physical skin goes away, so your skin color is temporary. Your emotions go away when you die, temporary. Joining the parts of us that are temporary to the one part of us that's eternal. Soul, God. If you join those two things, your name, I'm a man, I'm 43, I think, I do certain things. If I'm consciously joining those things, which are temporary, because I'll die at some point, or I'll lose my ability to do certain things at some point, to the part of me that's eternal, and you live that way, there's a cool result, and I'll show you what the result is. The result is you reduce suffering in your life. Wow. You achieve some peace and calmness. This is what yoga does, yeah? You gain an understanding of frickin' life, which in turn, when life begins to make sense, your stress and anxiety reduce. Who wouldn't want that? And then you also just naturally have better holistic health, mental health, emotional health, and of course, physical health, because you see yourself doing downward dogs and your hamstrings are longer and looser, and so you're happy about your longer hamstrings. Yoga does all that. But there's also some things we have to do in order to achieve that, though. This is the idea of what yoga is, binding the parts of us that are temporary to the part of us that's eternal. But you have to do something to get there. The practice is mastery over the roaming tendencies of the mind. Now, the postures that you see and you think about when you hear the word yoga is a way to calm the mind. Our minds roam. I think you all can agree with that. They travel from thought to thought. We get annoyed, we get anxious, we get worried, we stay up at night And sometimes we have one thought that leads to another, and then we can't sleep and we get anxious. Obvious, right? This is obvious, the human condition. The way you get to that binding of your lower self and your higher true self, your soul, if you will, is to learn to calm the damn mind. The postures are one way to calm the mind. The obvious question is, what are the other ways to do it? How do we achieve this calm mind, which binds you to your soul, which reduces suffering, makes you happier? What do we do? You can breathe. You can move your body. Right, Blaze? Do people get happier when they are healthier and they move their body? 100%. They're happier, right? You can pray. You can learn focus and concentration, because when you're focusing and concentrated, your mind is not roaming. You're in control of it. You can chant a mantra. If you don't pray, you can, same thing. Mantra and prayer are the same thing. Meditation, same thing. 3 ways to say the same thing: prayer, mantra, or meditate. Self-reflection, self-regulation. There's more ways to do it. Adopting discipline, spending time in nature can get your mind calm. Journaling, being honest, not having to worry about which lies you told, which white lies, because white lies don't hurt anybody. Which white lies did I tell? Be honest and you'll have a calmer mind. Give service, play music, dance with yourself, make better lifestyle choices, or of course attend a class with me, and I got a bunch of them. I also wrote a book. I'm not going to talk about it much because I think I have 2 minutes left. Thanks, Blaze. The book has a lot more info on all the stuff I just alluded to. There's the book. You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it from me. Lots of good stuff in here. As a yoga teacher, of course, I offer physical yoga instruction, obviously, right? But there's so much more to it, yeah? I hope you can see that now. All these things that I do can be public classes, private classes, group classes, one-on-one classes, corporate classes, in-person or online. Sound baths. Those are cool. They help you calm the mind. Thai yoga body work, yoga philosophy. I teach a lot of breathwork classes as well. Some of you have been to them. Meditation classes, yoga retreats. My gosh. I'm going to forfeit my questions, unfortunately, because I have one more cool thing to show you. Next month, May 3rd to 10th, I'm going to Costa Rica for the 5th time. It's been a success for the past 4 years. 7-night yoga retreat. It's all inclusive. You guys all can come. We have 5 rooms left you can share. I've got, just 1 minute left. For the last minute, I will play this fun little video. That's me. That's Tanya. That's me also in front of the view in our yoga space in Costa Rica. That's me and my friend Tanya. That's me again. It's me another time.
Paul and Tanya have this wonderful complementing style, both in how they teach and their personalities.
That's me. That's not me. That's me.
Riding the Blue Spirit, you're just immersed in so much nature. You can't help but be really grounded and present when you're in this kind of environment. It's like your whole body takes a deep breath. Everything is just supporting you in such a divine way.
Some of you remember Charles Henry. He came down there with us and photographed that for us. So Costa Rica Yoga Retreat, if anyone's interested, please talk to me. There's a lot more where this information came from. Thanks for listening, everyone.